Alright, guys, we are back. So, we've almost reached the trade deadline here. It's about a couple weeks away. We are 29, 16, and 4, which kind of seems like a pretty good record in my books, but I mean, in any other person's books, it would be a good record, but it's only gotten us really 8th seed in the Eastern Conference, really, because every other team is just doing very well right now. And it seems to be one of those seasons again where we can't get points for a loss, which is very kind of disappointing. But we have made up some ground. I mean, we were maybe like 5 points behind seventh seeded teams for like the past couple months right now. But now after a pretty good month at hand, if we didn't lose those 3 games right there, that those 3 dreadful games there on the Western Conference trip, we probably would be in a better situation than we are right now. But we have to just keep going along here. But yeah, I do want to make one more change before um, we continue the simulation here. Galchenyuk is definitely not benefiting from the left wing side, so I'm going to put Galchenyuk back on the right wing side and put Giroux on the left wing side and Shinkruk in the center. Because apparently wherever the hell you put Shinkruk, he produces points, so I'm not going to complain there. But I'm going to see this. If these guys do not keep continuing to produce points on here, I'm tempted to make a decision by the time the trade deadline comes to move Timu Hacken up to the first line to get some more goal scoring here. Move one of these guys down to the second to bolster that second line scoring up, and then I don't know. It'll cause a chain reaction of other madness and crap like that. I don't care. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Let's just do that change there, and let's continue here. I gotta keep rolling with Gordon Peckham there. I can't change to anybody else. I cannot. I can't trust Risco to just go in there and just lose a game. We cannot afford to lose games right now. We have to win tons of these games right here. So, all right. So we're gonna go into this thing here. We need to win. Definitely need to win more games than we lose, and we start off with a 5-1 win over the Blackhawks, which is awesome. Okay, Colorado, they're a really good team. They're a top team in the West, I think. We need to come out here with at least a point, and there's no way there's going to be a point there. Okay, Washington wants to make a trade with us. They want us to give away Eddie Watt and our 2 third-round picks for Carl Alsner. Now, I'm almost tempted at this point to take this because we need defense. Alsner's got some good defensive stats. Discipline's good. Eddie Watt really isn't producing all that well. I may want to. I don't know. I'm not sure if I want to trade this thing or not. My first round pick's looking better and better, but the more we go out through the season. Does Washington have a third line scorer that could maybe help us out with a reasonable contract? No, I'm not going to take that deal. I can't take that deal. I can't take that deal. Okay, so we lose that game to Colorado. Come back with a win against Minnesota here. Come on, we're playing Konachev. 7-0. Very good bounce back win. Very good. All right, keep going here. Eddie Watt for Sav and Olesen. No, I'm going to decline that. Everybody's interested in Eddie Watt. He's not really producing points right now, but he's defensively minded. So, all right, we need a big win here against Winnipeg. 2-1. Very good. Big win there. Big win. Okay, the Lightning here. All right, we need a win against the Lightning as well. Well, at least a point, man. At least a point. There you go. Big win there. All right, 2 games against the Devils and the Bruins. All right, these 3 games here are important as well. Devils especially because they're one of the top teams in the league. Okay, 5-1 loss. All right, come on, split this. Split this here. Come on. Walk away with at least some points there. Oh, my God, I thought that said win. God damn it, can't beat the Devils. Come on. Now we need to pick up here. Win against the Bruins. Come on. 3-0 win against the Bruins. There we go. They're one of the teams chasing us. We need to beat them. Okay, Ottawa, we know we can beat them. We destroyed this team all this year right now. 6-1 win. Yeah, we've been destroying Ottawa this year. Who is this Olesen guy anyway? Is he a good prospect? He's 3. No, no way. They want us to take Yansov off their hands. He's making too much money. He just doesn't fit in with that. We don't have the salary cap room to work around it, which sucks. Okay, Buffalo in 2 games against Pittsburgh. These games are big. Well, Buffalo's not really in a Toybert and Carcillo for Eddie Watt? No way. All right, we need a win here against Buffalo. 3-1 win. Very good. Now we need to win these 2 games against Pittsburgh. Come on, man. Come on, Gordon. Play some good hockey here. Come on. Nope. 2-4 loss against the Penguins. And come on, we need another win here. Another big win, guys. Come on. Come on. Don't lose these 2 games against Pittsburgh as well. There you go. 3-1. Very good. All right, we come back with a win. Okay, let's see. Looks like our scout's been scouting everything, basically. Yeah, we'll do the OHL. Why not? We haven't done them yet. Update the scout. Okay. So we're coming into this game up to the trade deadline here against the Tampa Bay Lightning and a game against the Florida Panthers here. So let's check out the team standings where they lie. So the Western Conference looks like that, with Colorado and Phoenix basically running away with the Western Conference. And in the East, we moved back up to 5th in the East, so that's good. We finally gained some distance over some other teams. There's still some other teams that are pretty hot on our butts, but we need to keep winning some games here. So this game against the Tampa Bay Lightning is going to be a big game here. Hopefully that'll increase us up to maybe like the 4th seed. Or yeah, that'll only get us to the 4th seed. And that game against Florida is going to be huge as well. So we need to, hopefully going into this game here with a win, into the trade deadline with a win, will hopefully help us decide on what we're going to do. I think I'm going to stop it right here because I need a decision. All right, come on, guys. We need a win here against Tampa. Come on, 4-1 win. Very good. All right, good win. That was good win. Okay, so the stats are as such. So we're in 4th place in the East right now, 1 point behind Florida for 3rd, 9 behind Jersey for 1st. So we can technically still catch Jersey. Do we have any games against the Devils? One. We have 2 games against the Devils. A lot of our games that we're playing in the last half are against teams that are on the outside looking in, like Washington, the Rangers. Well, the Rangers are kind of looking for a playoff spot. Buffalo's kind of outside as well. Like the Islanders, they're not going to make it in. Carolina, they're not going to make it in. The Islanders. So we have we have tons of games against the New York Islanders. So that may benefit us. Another game against Ottawa as well. Okay, yeah. Well, look at all the games we have against the Islanders. Holy smokes! Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 games against the New York Islanders after the trade deadline. So that's going to be awesome. Okay, so let's take a look at everything before we take a look at the trade deadline. We have to see which teams we may want to look at in getting a 3rd line scorer. I'll definitely have to use that trade block. Okay, so goals, are we up there? Nope. Assists, are we up there? Nope. Points, are we up there? No. Lazar has 85 points already at the trade deadline. It's unbelievable what these guys are doing. And that Ruck guy was 82 points as well. Wins, are we up there? Obviously, Peckham's going to be up there. Save percentage, are we up there? Gordon Peckham's 5th in the league with a .927 and 2nd in the league with a 2.06. So that's that. AHL team is doing fine. Again, they look like they're two wins for every loss. 2 wins for every loss, yeah. They're 3rd place in the East. That's nice. Goals, are we up there? Nicolai is still in 4th with 27. Assists, are we up there? Roussel has 40 assists already. Well, it's looking good for him. Points, are we up there? No. Peterson's up there. Peterson's in 5th, and Peterson is in 3rd. So that's looking pretty good down there. Okay, so yeah, let's look at everything. Team standings. No, not for the AHL Flyers. Okay, so point percentage, 64.5%. It's 4th in the league. It just doesn't make sense to me. Goals for per game, 3.15, 2nd in the league. It's not our goal scoring that's the issue. Goals against per game. This does not make sense, man. How are we 5th in the league with a goals against average of 2.24, which is the top in the league, tied with the New Jersey Devils? It just, I don't know. I need a hammer to bash my brain. Okay, the power play started to drop off a bit now. Now that may be the problem why we're losing some games right now. So the power play is starting to hurt us a little bit. So I may have to make some changes to the power play. Penalty kill is top in the league at 91.4% on our power play on our penalty kill. Jesus Christ, that's pretty dang good. Home we're good, away we're good. Last 10 we're 7-3. I mean, I just don't know what the problem is. Don't know what's wrong. I mean, it's a good record, man. It's a good record, 38, 20, and 4. It's a very, very weird season right now. It's extremely weird season. Okay. Okay, I'll wait for the stats to load, then we'll take a look at the stats here. Okay, so forwards. Okay, so Shinkrook's starting to heat down maybe a little bit. 62 points in 62 games. Galchenyuk and Giroux both have 50 in 62 games, so that's not really looking too good. Shen has 47. Shen started to turn it up a bit. Klimchuk has 44, and Teemu Hacken has 40 as Klimchuk has 44. Hacken has 42. Hacken hasn't scored a goal in a while. I haven't seen his goal total go up anymore. I was hoping he might have hit 30 goals by now, but he hasn't seemed to have done that yet. So it's kind of worrying me. But still, he's getting the points which I want him to get. Nick Cousins has 20, Coots has 19, Eddie Watt has 17, Sean Monahan has 11, Jaden Hart has 8, Gallagher has 6, and negative players are just some of the fourth and third line guys. Everybody else is a plus player. Okay, center, defenseman. Okay, Beaulieu has 36, Theodore has 34, Pulock has 31, Murray has 20, Kampfer has 15, and Arturi Lehkonen has 9. Lehkonen's still a negative 7. The defense is starting to get B plus players, which is good. Goalies Gordon Peckham's starting to turn it around a bit. 37-19 and 92.74 save percentage, 9 shutouts. It's weird. It's a weird season, but nonetheless, we're in a good position where we don't have to necessarily make a move at the trade deadline. But sitting in fourth place, I would definitely want to see if I can make a trade go through here. So let me get a drink first. Okay. So the problem I think that we're having right now is obviously our defense with the Kampfer and Lehkonen are just not pulling it right now. So the problem that I think we're having is there's just no depth goal scoring on that third line. Nick Cousins only has 20 points in 60 some games when he had 40 some last year. So we need like either second liner or a third liner. Third line strictly third line scorer. Really good offensive category. Hopefully that can be within our budget that we can trade for him. So we may have to release. I'm fine with getting rid of Nick Cousins, trading him away, and getting somebody back in return. So we'll have to see if we can get a deal done. But let's take a look at all the teams that we can go after and approach. So Ottawa would be probably Ottawa, the Islanders, the Capitals, the Hurricanes. And in the West, Minnesota, Edmonton, Dallas, and Vancouver. Okay, so those are the teams that we can go after. So Vancouver, I really should write these down, but I'll leave. You guys will probably comment anyway after this video because this one is going to be another long video where we look at all the players on each of these, a lot of players on each of these teams. So Vancouver, Dallas, Edmonton, Minnesota, Carolina, Washington, the Isles, and the Senators. Okay, so let's go. Let's use our phone. Let's go into. Actually, let me look at the here a minute. Can I upgrade my? Oh, excuse me. My points. No, not yet. 15 more points than I can. Upgrade it fully. Okay, so let's look at trade players and let's go to the Sabres. Were they one of the teams? I don't know. Now I'm gonna get confused. Carolina was one of the teams. Okay, so let's take a look. Let's work our way from the back. The suckiest teams in both divisions. So that would be Minnesota and the Senators. So we need to look at the people who they're willing to give away as well. Okay, so Suter, Parise would be a good person to pick up, but there's no way I can't handle that salary. It's way too big of a salary to handle. I can't do that. Who else do they want to give away? Bork, Jason Pominville, 3.5 mil for one more year. He's 39 years old. 82 overall, second line playmaker. I don't think I need a playmaker. I need a guy who can score goals. I need like a sniper or something like that for the third line. Anybody else do they have? Pierre-Marc Bouchard. I don't think really he would help us out, third line scorer, but he hasn't even played a game at all this year, so it doesn't even matter. Okay, so Minnesota doesn't look like they're going to be helping us out all that much. I'll just take a look at this. Bouchard, no. Nicholas Subban, it's a little bit too pricey for us. Charlie Coyle, uh, Clutterbuck, Bowl, Palmieri, Subban. Let me take a look at the Subban guy. Nicholas Subban, he's got a good offensive category. He's not scoring points. He's not scoring goals, though. I think he's in the AHL team anyway. Okay, let's look at the Sens. Let's look at Ottawa. Ottawa, you have really good prospects on your team. I think Ottawa's a pretty young team, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they do have Nathaniel Donnelly and Nail Yakupov, but we can't afford those guys at all. Okay. Oh, they only want to give away that one guy is Kolaska. Is Steven Kolaska, who does have a pretty good offensive category. He's a playmaker. Negative 16. It's not good. His puck moving skills, he's a playmaker again. I can't really do anything with that because I need a sniper. You know what? Why do that when you could use a trade block? Trading block. Alright. So, clear this, clear this, clear this. I'm looking for a forward, at least the second line forward. Between age does not freaking matter. Potential range, I'm going to put that at like 4 stars. Yeah, the 3.5, why not? Potential range high. Shooting category of 4 stars. At least 4-star in the shooting category, and that's all I'm going to look for. So I'm going to apply and look for that. And I get 14 guys. Okay, so Casey Cizikas, how much is he making? No way, can't afford it. Cannot afford it. Kolaska was up there. I need somebody with a low salary. Nobody on here is a low salary. Eric Wellwood on Detroit. Is he scoring goals for you? Yeah, he's got 48 points in 68 games. That's pretty dang good for Eric Wellwood. Zajac. Zajac is a playmaker again. He's got, well, you can't trade with those guys who are in playoff contention. Nashville, Pavel. I don't know how good Calgary is. Not sure. Well, it's all these teams are in playoff spots. A lot of these teams are. Colorado is. Ottawa is. Ottawa's the only team up here that's not in a playoff spot, as well as the Islanders. But we can't afford Casey Cizikas. Yeah, man. I don't know what we're gonna do here. I have no idea what we are gonna do.